Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
And lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a one-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
We gon' know. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I got friends all over the world, man.
Who gives a shit with White? He's a piece of crap.
With a tear in my eye.
Everyone, welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Hanna, Chandru Labouche, Miguel Antonio Barragan. What do you guys think? I didn't review this with you before I put it up, but what do you guys feel about the new logo pissing people off since 2006? I start with you, Andrew Labouche, who gets now top billing.
Yeah, it looks good. I like it.
Did you like the top billing, or was it the overall look of it, the grittiness?
The overall look. I don't see anything as a top billing, Lee.
You're first.
Oh, geez.
If you ain't first, you're last.
Well, maybe it's the guy in the middle. Maybe he's the star, and we're just surrounding the star. How about that?
That's true. All right, I turn to you. By the way, follow him at Fight Fiend Migs on both YouTube and the Instagrams. Fight Fiend Migs is Miguel Antonio Barragan. Miguel, are we surrounding you where you're taking center section?
Yes, it's just like an Oreo cookie. You know, it's that center part that everybody wants. It's that white fluff in the center that everybody wants to get to.
He's like the guy on the knee in the picture back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. I just take a quick knee, pose real fast for the photo in front of the
If you ain't first, you're last. Come on, Ricky Bobby. I'm the Magic Man. Sorry, it's my favorite movie. Anybody wondering what my favorite comedy is and I'm trapped on a desert island, it is definitely Talladega Nights. The legend of Ricky Bobby. All right, we're here to talk about boxing. Actually, we're here to talk about two fights. There's really nothing else to talk about. If you're hoping to get information about the entire fight card from Saturday night, I am sure that there is a show somewhere that actually covers that. And you know what? God bless those guys for covering that. We're not that show. If you're looking for the undercard of our first story, which is Billy Joe Saunders and Martin Murray, if you're looking for fight card information from that fight, you're listening to the wrong show. This show is only going to talk about two fights today. So if you're wondering, Lee, how will you stretch that into 45 minutes to an hour of goodness that will entertain my day and take away the stress of worrying about COVID? I am here to tell you, don't you worry. I will find a way to make this show work. With that said, you two guys blew up the phone watching Billy Joe Saunders and Martin Murray. So I start with you, Miguel Antonio Barragan. Tell me about Billy Joe Saunders and Martin Murray.
Well, I mean, it went down the way we expected. You know, Martin Murray is already on the way out. In the post-fight interview, he was talking about like, yeah, I think this is it. You know, so he didn't. You know, he had his shots, you know, against Golovkin and you know, Maravilla and whatnot. So he had his shots at middleweight glory. It just he came up short every single time, as he did with Billy Joe. You can tell Billy Joe needed some time in the ring. You know, I think the 12 rounds did him well. His timing did seem a little bit off. There were a few points where he almost looked like he kind of punched himself out, which we can see by those, you know, bloody knuckles or blisters he has on knuckles. He pretty much threw everything at Murray, and you know, there was a couple of times where I was like, okay, maybe Murray's on the way out, maybe no, but no, he hung on there. You know, we didn't see anything super special from Billy Joe. I'm sure that the inactivity affected him, but I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we knew what was going to happen, and Billy Joe was going to pretty much school him, and that's ultimately what did happen.
Andrew Lapachet.
Schooled him, beat him up, rough house. I mean, he did everything. Yeah, it was funny when you said he threw everything. Yeah, the guy was cheating. Billy Joe Saunders was cheating a lot.
He was, yeah.
Friday. It was kind of weird, man. It was like he was already outclassing the guy. I think he got frustrated, Lee, because he couldn't knock him out. Right? It seems like that was getting to him. Martin Murray, you know, just came to I guess collect a check. Looked like he was on the defense the whole night. Really just wasn't trying to win. And it was a easy but ugly win for Saunders. Saunders is 31 years of age. Doesn't look to be in the prime, you know, tip top shape. I don't know. He just if I was him, I would pull the ask Eddie Hearn to pull the trigger pretty fast on a big time opponent. Try to get this guy's money rolling here because it's only down. It's only going down from here when you're 31 years of age. So yeah, not too impressed. We knew he was going to outclass Murray, but I just did not like the way he went about it. I wish he would have stood technical and just picked him apart, not try to rough him up, get him frustrated, and just do a lot of cheating throughout the night to get his victory.
There you go. So
yeah, I don't think he needed those low blows and whatnot. And there was a few times where he had Murray with his back up against the ropes and like using his head. You know, I mean, the referee didn't really.
He scraped him. He scraped him with the gloves one time. It was just real dirty. It was, we know that Sanders likes to be a character out of the ring, but you don't need to be. He doesn't have to be like that in the ring, especially with the opponent who was, ready to lay down at any moment. And I don't mean lay down as in take a dive. I mean, he just wasn't. He didn't. To me, Murray wasn't there to win. He was there to give Billy Joe some rounds, and move on with his life. Get a tattoo. Yeah. I don't know.
Another one. Anywhere he has free space on his body.
Hey, where did all that come from? Is that what 6 losses does to you?
Hey, that's what it did to Cotto. That's what it did to Margarito. It's just all of a sudden, bam, they come back with tats.
You get a new tattoo for every loss. It's like a self-hating thing.
Shit. Yeah, that's a Tyson thing.
I just prefer to cut myself personally, but some guys are into putting ink in those cuts. I, on the other hand, do not. I dig the scars. That's just me. With that said, before we move on to the main event, hey, I learned an interesting fact on Saturday afternoon. You guys want to know it?
Yeah.
You don't say Anthony Yarde, you say Anthony Yard. That's all I learned from that fight. It's not Yarde, it's Yard. Other than that, boy, that was a dull fight. And I made it
seems
all
like he lost. Seems like he lost to a jab again.
Yeah.
The guy that doesn't spar lost to a jab again.
Yeah, surprising.
Again. I don't want to go way out on a limb, but it might be time to go to the gym and learn.
If you go to Fight Net Radio's page, Lee, look for the thing that I shared. I would like you to read it. It's pretty good, bro.
Okay.
Go
By
down
the way, it's us at fight.net.radio. This one?
Right here. This one.
Okay.
That's Boxing Worldwide right there.
Boxing Worldwide. As predicted, Lyndon Arthur beats Anthony Yard by simply controlling him with an excellent jab. Message to Anthony Yard. Shouting shit about lions does not win boxing matches. That's a brilliant line. Who wrote it?
Yeah, watch.
He deserves credit for this. That's brilliant. You desperate. Oh, I feel like I need the Wonka Strader. I feel the Wonka Strader coming back. We haven't had the Wonka Strader in a while. All right. So for extra credit, you got this. We're going to highlight this with the Wonka Strader. For anybody wondering, there you go. If you're not watching the video, you're missing out. I have the Wonka Strader. You desperately need a new coaching team ASAP. Nah. His corner team are pathetic. Honestly, horrendous. Okay. Honestly, horrendous. Really good. We'll highlight that one. No boxing advice whatsoever and just shouting shit about lions. Perfect. Shouting shit about lions. Let's highlight this. This is major league good work. I gotta be perfectly honest.
He's like, why didn't I get credentialed? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Why are you guys saying that I don't deserve to have credentials? I'm completely fascinated with you guys. Shouting about lions and how you don't get weak and we turn up, show up, and blow up. Oh, Wonka Strader.
This guy totally had a problem with this corner. We turn up, show up, and blow up.
Turn up, show up, and blow up. Oh.
I almost want to watch the fight because of this guy's coverage right here. I'm dead serious. I want to go back and watch this.
Oh, my God. This is borderline insanely brilliant. I don't know what to say. Whew. Wow, I got to go back to normal non-drawing bone and see what else. There. I don't want to. I got to remove the Wonka Strader to move forward. All right, I got to erase all drawings. All right, moving forward.
Okay.
Shouting about lions, turn up, show up, blah, blah, blah. All right, it's quite literally blowing up and about to detonate into pieces if he keeps that coaching team. He can't write. He Whoever wrote this, he needs a new team ASAP, not needs a new team ASAP. This is kind of a run-on sentence. Wow. Didn't know that Yard's fight would get this much coverage, did you? And I told you at the top of the show this wouldn't happen. This is why I told you good shit happens on Fight Net Radio. His coaches are simply cheerleaders who shout loudly for no apparent reason. And sparring, oh, you don't start a sentence with and. And sparring in training camp would be a good start, period. Doesn't take, okay, this would be a new line. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out. You should probably spar to prepare for boxing matches. I agree. A football kicks a football to prepare for matches and works on routines and patterns of play that could happen in a match. Wow, that's a run-on, bro. This is bad. This is really... I haven't seen a run-on.
Done. You can stop it now. The joke, that was a pretty good one, though, Lee. It was a pretty good one.
Yeah, this person's...
want to go
follow back. Shout out at Boxing World _worldwide one. The first part of this is just brilliant. Shouting shit about lions does not win you boxing matches. This right here.
Hey, I like it.
Let me copy cut and paste that.
Coach say that.
I'm going to save the picture. Wait, hold on. I'm going to create the perfect image. I'm going to save the image and just create a post because this is so good. Feel free to go to @fight.net.radio and you will see at the top of the page a picture and the quote that I'm so desperate. Let's where were they fighting? Let's say they were fighting in England. Is that where they were fighting?
I think so. It might have been.
All right,
because it's supposed to be on like Sky Sports Boxing, whatever channel that is.
There you go. It's right at the top of the page because that quote deserves its own post. That is just message to Anthony Yard. Shouting shit about lions does not win boxing matches. Woo.
Yeah.
That is strong. And it's pronounced Anthony Yard, everyone. With that said, we turn to the main event of the evening. And before we get to the main event of the evening, take this opportunity to go visit FightNet Radio on social media at fight.net.radio. 3 words. If you want to go to our website, which we still have, as I figure out what I want to do with it, go to my personal website, honish.io, gratuitous plug for me and my marketing website. On there, you will see Perfect Blue Studio. What is Perfect Blue Studio? Well, it's the company that is going to do 2 million downloads this year. We are very proud of the shows that we produce and we put out. Just click on FightNet Radio, and that will take you to its website page. Simple as that. Glad we had this talk. Everybody, good talk. Let's talk about the $80 extravaganza that hopefully none of you went to VIProw.me and clicked on Boxeo last night, because we wouldn't want you to click on Boxeo, scroll down, and watch the fight for free. We at FightNet Radio would not want that because, 1, that's illegal. That would be stealing. 2, it's bad program for me. You know, as a person in recovery, gentlemen, that's bad program. That's stealing. I would never take that out to our 60-inch TV in the living room and plug in my laptop and watch that in surround sound happiness in high definition on VIProw.me. I've really got to get a link and somehow become an affiliate with them. With all of that said, yes, Errol Spence did take on Danny Garcia last night in the highly anticipated return of the guy we like to call Grand Theft Auto around these parts. So let's talk about Captain Grand Theft Auto. Before we do that, let's talk about the rest of the card, where I was completely unimpressed with everybody on it, including the fight that they kept billing as Gotti versus Ward.
What?
That Santana, this is not a joke.
Really?
Andrew.
No kidding.
The Santana fight, they just kept, if it's 25%. First of all, who's that announcer? I've had coffee. Who is the announcer that was doing this fight that kept calling this, that undercard fight, Gotti versus Ward? Because, by the way, wasn't Gotti versus Ward. It was long and ponderous until the fight was stopped. Did you watch any of the undercard, Andrew?
Nope.
Good call. I did. That's what you do on a Saturday night when you are, hashtag killing it with the ladies during COVID. What are you doing? Nothing. Great. My whole city's locked down. I don't know about the rest of the world. We shut down like on Friday night. Miguel Antonio Barragan, you are a fight fiend. I know you were watching the UFC and that tremendous body slam that knocked the dude out.
Oh, yes.
But did you? It was a great knockout. Somebody was watching the fight with me, and they went, "That looks like it hurts." I said, "Let me confirm it for you." He drove his forearm into the side of his head as he slammed him into the mat.
New
But I
rule
digress.
coming to the UFC soon. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
That's happened a few times, and then nothing's been changed since then. So I don't know if anything's going to change now, but I mean, it just goes to show you don't jump guard, especially when opening seconds of the fight.
Don't jump guard in the UFC. Oh my God, I'm going full rubber guard in a cage fight. Way to go, rocket scientist. Been watching too many of those 10th Planet.
And the dude who did that, Matt Wyman, that dude's a veteran too. That dude's got a ton of fucking fights and a ton of losses, clearly. But that dude's a veteran. He should know better than to jump guard.
It's like Ben Askren putting his head down to shoot a single leg.
Exactly. For real.
Ben, you are a world-class wrestling machine, right? Oh, look, a Segway commercial for jiu-jitsu. And let me confirm that your Facebook and YouTube listen to you. That is hilarious. That a commercial for that was Zande Ribeiro, by the way. None of you follow jiu-jitsu. I do. The undercard was crap. Fight night was better. It takes us to the main event of the evening that happened at approximately 8:45 when 16,000 people jammed into a 106,000 seat arena stadium to watch this fight, because I figured that's about all they could. They had to have given away tickets. Andrew, can you believe that they found 16,000 stupid people in Texas who wanted to go to this fight?
You know what? Maybe there's been a lot of people dying to go out. I don't know what the numbers are. They're probably big, but no one believes them, and they're going to go out anyway. So
that's a really funny, Andrew. That's a really funny joke that you did right there, and you don't even know it. They're dying to go out.
Oh yeah.
Guess what? They're dying to go out, and once they got there, they're dying to get out of there. Huh? See what I did there? It's the comedy of this show. All right, Miguel, you and I are the only ones stupid enough to have caught some of this undercard crap. The night was completely underwhelming. Tom Taylor, our friend Thomas Taylor, who has given us fine information throughout the years on this show, was the referee that they imported to give him COVID and take back to California. Let's talk about this fight. I will start with me. As I said, Danny Garcia was there to take a dive. I didn't know Danny Garcia was there to be a punching bag. A punching bag. Like literally the first 6 rounds looked like they were physically in slow motion. That is my impression of this fight early on. So let's talk about the first half of this fight because it's the tale of two fights. First 6 rounds looked like two guys stuck in mud. I start with you, Miguel.
Well, yeah. I mean, it did. It was slow paced. At first, I was a little concerned with Spence. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but it almost looked like. I mean, I think that's just how he looks anyway. But it looked like his left eyelid just drooped. And I was watching it, and I'm like, is there something wrong with his eye? What the fuck? It had that like David Reed look to it, where his eye was just lazy, or his eyelid. And I'm like, is he gonna? A few times he pawed at it, and I'm thinking, oh shit, is this an issue that he had with the car accident, whatnot, with the healing? But then it looked like it didn't bother him at all. So I was just basically making something out of nothing. But yeah, I mean, the first few rounds it was slow. We didn't see. I did see a little bit from like Spence in the sense that like his timing seemed like it was a little bit off. There were a few times where he would throw that left hand, and Garcia tried to counter with his right, and Spence barely got out of the way. I was like, damn, those right hands were coming a little too close. It looked like Garcia was just loading up, at least at the beginning. He didn't seem too concerned with, throwing combinations or, anything like that. It just seemed like he was trying to pot shot and throw one power shot at a time. It just seemed like he was banking on that KO. I don't know. But, as the fight progressed, we'll get to that here in a second. But the first few rounds were a little uneventful.
They were. Andrew, what'd you think early on?
Dance partners going for a decision. That's the PBC way. If you look up every PBC welterweight, they all went 12 rounds. Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Pacquiao, Garcia, Spence, I don't care who Guerrero, care who you put in there, man. These guys do 12 rounds all day. 12-round decision, all they do. That's all I was seeing here. These guys were few notches above what Tyson and Jones gave us. Tyson and Jones, they really hurt the industry, man, showing that you can throw a fight and make it look good. Okay. These guys, Danny never tried to win this in the first few. If we're gonna stick to the first part, last part, I don't know what we're doing here, but the first part,
we're doing first part, last part. Okay, I think Danny had a good shot.
Danny didn't look like he had the fire. Danny didn't look like he had the fire when he came in this weekend. I saved our guys some money. He wanted to bet the under. I told him no, and I told him my reasons why. That I just don't know about these guys anymore. I don't know if they like the lifestyle or the legacy. I believe it's the lifestyle though. I think all these PBC guys are more. Their fire burns more for the jewelries, the houses, the music videos. At the end, whatchamacallit, Spence made me look like a genius when they asked him, who do you want to fight? And this was his moment. This was his moment to call out anybody. And he fucking goes, hey, man, chickens, and I went a horse. That's the lifestyle. That's the lifestyle that I'm talking about. That's all he cares about. He don't care about fighting to be the next Sugar Ray Leonard. He don't care about having his name up there with the W.
Car.
Yeah, come on now. Come on. He proved it.
You're going to have a heart attack over Spence.
Fucking Terrence Crawford is sitting there. No mention. No nothing. You PBC guys.
No, that's not true. I knew that he wasn't going to mention him. In fact, I was watching the fight with a stripper last night.
I knew he wasn't going to mention him. It's not the point. He was there to do it. Aren't they trying to build the biggest welterweight fight of this era, of this decade, of this? These are the two guys. Listen, this fucking dude. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
this fucking guy has been the IBF champ for 1,300 days and hasn't faced the number one fighter in the world that's in his fucking division. Are you serious?
You're gonna have.
You guys are all fucking joke, man. Whoever lets him get away with this shit without saying it or without writing it is a fucking joke. The whole PBC thing, decision. Of course it was gonna be a decision. They go and they hug and, hey, dog, see you at the club. See you at the next fight. This is the problem with having the whole fucking welterweight division under one stable. They're all friends. These guys are all friends. They've watched their kids grow. They've seen their families grow together. They're at every fucking PBC fight. You look in the first few rows. There's Spence. There's Garcia. There's Thurman. They're all there. Porter's fucking announcing.
Everybody's there. Yeah. I agree.
Decisions.
Do you think that PBC guys eat PB&J when they're at the fight? Just talking out loud.
They're all Hey, Miguel, you know it. They all post the videos. You've seen it too, Lee. On social media, you see them all in the hallways. Come on, man. How are we supposed to get good fights out of this shit? How are we going to get knockouts? How are we going to get two guys that want to hurt each other? Want to fucking hurt each other. They want to play chess. They want to jab, jab, right hand. Who scores? Bink, bink. See kids do it in the backyard all day. Fuck out of here. Tyson and fucking Jones did it in their 50s. Get out of here. Hey, fucking Danny Garcia going straight body in the 12th round. Hey, Danny, you might need a knockout. Might want to bring those punches. I know it looks good. Yeah, you're putting in the work, but you might need a knockout there, buddy.
Well, since this is, as a personal safety note to Andrew's family who listens to the show mostly, you want to get those little turkey timers for when, like on the turkey, the pop out when the turkey's done. And the next time you see Andrew, take one of those turkey poppers and just stick it in his belly button, okay? And when it pops out, you guys will know. Just give him a break. Ice him down. I don't want him to have a stroke.
It's just embarrassing. Oh, fuck. The thing was embarrassing. Then at the end, what a fucking joke.
Let's talk about the first half of this fight and the biggest news for those of you who don't know or didn't see the fighter refuse to pay or didn't go to VIProad.me. They showed Terrence Crawford. And what was funny about them showing Terrence Crawford, did you guys notice how crappy his seats were?
Yes.
Am I the only one who got that he was like literally sitting almost at the back rail on the floor, like at an angle, like on a post?
Like he got the
By the
corner
way,
angle.
If you guys
They
are
didn't want
wondering
they didn't want
about
Spence to see him. They don't want, might scare Spence Lee. Come on now. Spence probably didn't even know he was there. Al Heyman snuck him in. The fuck?
Oh my God, it's so fantastic. He's like midway back on a ring post on the floor behind the rail, but the Herds and the Charlos are all sitting literally ringside in a bundle
Spence gets nervous when he's in the
without
room.
masks. Not one of them has a mask on.
Did you notice that? How they didn't have the Charlos didn't have masks on? I mean, they were
The
sitting.
Charlos didn't have
talking to
masks
people next to
at
them.
all.
Nope.
Oh my God, I can't believe we live in an age where now part of the conversation has to be, did you see they're not wearing masks? By the way, did you see Tom Taylor pulled his nose out so that he could breathe under his mask during the fight? What a
All
crazy
day.
world we live in.
Yeah, all day he was doing that. That dude did not care about it. He should have just took the damn thing off. Oh, fuck.
I wanted to send Tom a note after the fight going, your nose was out, your nose was out. Okay, and by the way, who's J-Lo in this announcing crew? Okay,
Yeah, who?
Kate Abato.
That's
He the one who was doing the interviews after the fights as well. Let's just talk about this announcing crew. Wow, did it suck? Maybe because I don't watch PBC, I didn't realize how bad this all was. But again, I'm going to make my vote. Snoop Dogg. And I think you should go all the way. You get Sugar Ray Leonard or somebody really credible. They had credible. Lennox Lewis was there, didn't say anything. They had Joe Goose in there. He didn't say anything. They just had Sean Porter all over the place and Kate Abato walking up asking the dumbest ass questions of the fighters after the fight. In fact, the stripper I was with watching the fight said, those seem like dumb questions. I said,
Did we lose Lee?
oh, come on. Lee.
Is that connection?
weren't you
We can't
in
hear
an investigation
There it
trial about the president and missing votes? She goes, no, but that was fun. Well, you couldn't hear me? I'm
Nice.
here.
No, you're back.
Sorry,
you're
I
back.
was right in the middle of a great joke, and now I'm not going back to it. Yeah, thank
right.
God. I was doing a very, very funny joke. Doesn't matter. And it was a tie-in to that crazy blonde who was at the Trump hearing. Did you see the crazy blonde at the Trump hearing? The kind of girl that I would date where she said, I signed a piece of paper that said I would go to jail if I'm lying. Did you? Apparently, Danny Garcia signed a piece of paper that said he wouldn't throw any headshots. That's my guess. Anybody? Probably a gunpoint. They weren't going to put him in jail. They were going to put a bullet in his head. I feel like this is somehow like Death Row Records, like where they're hanging fighters upside down before a fight on the top of the building. Danny, we want to talk to you on the roof. What, Al?
Uh-oh.
I need to talk to you on the roof.
And Danny
Right.
the Vanilla Ice.
They get up to the roof. It's really windy up here, Al. I need to go back downstairs. I got to fight like in an hour. It's all right, kid. You'll be fine. Hold him over the ledge. Listen, you don't own a headshot. What do you mean? Of course I have a headshot. No, you don't. Say it again to me. Say it to me. Say it to me. Swear to me. I'm sorry. That was a Batman reference for anybody wondering. That was very funny. I swear I won't. Swear to me. Okay.
None of
Wouldn't
them.
that be funny?
None of them have come close.
Wouldn't that be great?
None of them have come close to being a household name, being Floyd Mayweather, let alone being Floyd Mayweather. No, this whole
wasn't there.
thing.
Floyd was the only smart one.
Floyd's never there. We talked about this a long time ago, and I think that's because they used Floyd's name in his situation so much. At some point, Floyd would have said, hold the fuck on. He didn't do all that, right? I think without Floyd in the room, Al Heyman gets to tell these guys that everything Floyd has is because of him, without Floyd in the room. If Floyd was there, him and his dad and his uncle would be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Because seriously, it hasn't worked again. He had a bunch of undefeated fighters. He had a bunch of guys that were supposed to take HBO into the future. What the fuck has come of it? I'm a little bit, I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy that the fight, it seemed like there was a lot of people watching it. The diehards were definitely watching it. I had family calls say they had it on at their house. So that, hopefully the numbers do good. Streaming has gotten a lot better. This is the second time I've streamed a fight.
Sure, we're watching it. We're watching it on YouTube, right?
And it hasn't been, it hasn't been
you
caught.
come over to the dark side, Andrew. You finally come over to the dark side.
Well, they can't. I don't like getting robbed. I don't, and I feel like the PBC's been robbing people for a while. Yeah, I'm glad Deontay fought Tyson Fury, but seriously, there's nothing else. We've missed a lot of fights, a lot of classic fights because of these guys, because of this carrot that's been dangling in front of their face on this PBC investment that Al Heyman was able to get through all these investors, and he didn't need the boxing world. He didn't need us fans. All he had to do was put a fucking fight on a TV, and they were all getting overpaid. Everyone knew the checks were bigger than they were supposed to be because he was robbing the investors. No one was fucking paying attention. No names are growing. There's no interest happening in any of these fights. Do you know how big Danny and Spence would have been a few years ago? Maybe Danny first coming into the welterweights, Spence first getting his title at IBF. How they were in their primes. He's coming off of the Matisse win. He's coming off the Kell Brook run. We're talking about primes. They got a pay-per-view fight when their fucking Danny Garcia comes in looking like a scrub. Didn't even shave. He shaved on Friday? He looked, I started telling people he looks like the journeyman fighter when they don't give a fuck anymore. You see it in everybody's fight career. They've done the fucking light show already. They've been to the party. It's old. I'm just showing up. I'm telling you right now, Danny's next fight, I bet you doesn't even shave for the fight. There might not even be a fucking mask. Fuck the mask. Am I making a check? Let's go. I'm done.
Am I doing it right, Al? Do I call you daddy too?
It's
Hey.
Uncle L. It's Uncle L.
Yeah.
What do you
Don't be
want? You want me to bend over your knee? Tell me what you want.
I can't believe the
I'll be your
greatest
bitch,
welterweight.
Al.
They said this was one of the greatest welterweight classes we were ever going to have. You got a bunch of 12-round decisions, man. 12-round decisions going everywhere. No one's talking about it the next day. Sean Porter used to be one of the most exciting fighters. No one talks about him. There's nothing. Keith Thurman was.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Miguel.
Now, you guys get a chance to hear Porter talk about how he's now in line to fight Crawford, like he's the mandatory WBO champ?
Oh, yes.
Or a WBO challenger. He mentioned that. I'm thinking, okay, what the fuck? How did that happen? Like, I mean, did that just? I don't know. If we can get Top Rank and fucking PBC to work together on that fight, why can't it be Spence? Or is it going to be one of the situations where?
Hold on. I've got to interrupt the show.
Oh.
I was just handed a news brief to my watch. Floyd Mayweather has announced as of 5 minutes ago, we're recording at 4:50.
Not as big as what Miguel was saying, but okay.
He will be fighting Logan Paul. We will cover that story shortly. Back to you, Miguel.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just like it just kind of felt like he threw in his two cents in there to kind of steal a little bit of the thunder before the fight started, because he was talking about that, how he's a mandatory challenger now. So I was like, all right, well, I mean, at least we got some PBC dudes calling out sort of Crawford. Whether or not it happens is another story. But I thought, like, really, he's going to get to Crawford before Spence does, huh? All right, well, I guess that's how it's going to go.
Like Kell Brook, Amir Khan, their time ran out at the PBC.
Banging women that are
at the PBC, so they fucking they go and beg Terrence Crawford for retirement check, and that's what they're doing here. It's just
they're with women that are cuckolding them.
That are what?
Cheating on them while their man watches. It's called cuckolding.
Oh, nice. Well, not nice, but I mean, that's what you know.
And they record it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's quite the genre.
I got to make a show out of this because there's not much show here. Second half of the fight was all Errol Spence. Now, the most interesting part that we're going to talk about this fight is this little tidbit. Let's see if I can get it up. What? Can I get it up? Said the stripper. Yes, I can get it up. Don't mind my age.
You're so
That's
stupid.
what she said. That's what. For all 2 female listeners, I apologize for my second grade humor. Hey, look, there's the 3 scorecards for this fight that are just completely ridiculous. Let's talk about the completely ridiculous. Is this suspense? Oh, yeah, okay. The completely ridiculous scorecards, shall we? What fight were they at where Danny Garcia won pretty much any round? I mean, these 112, 116 cards.
Letterman, 3 of the last 4. What the fuck?
Yeah, Linderman. Linderman. Don't get it confused
Oh,
with
I thought it said
the.
Letterman. I'm sorry.
It's
Linderman. All
not
right.
Julie.
There you go.
It's not
There you
Julie. She's already done her work for the year. This is Linderman. So, what fight were Steve Westfield and Barry Linderman at? I checked late with both of you on scorecards, and outside of 2 rounds, and by the time it was done, I think we unanimously agreed on Fight Net Radio that it was a 10 to 12 fight, 12 to 2, 10 to 2 fight. That's the math. 10 rounds to 2. Is anybody else shocked that they made it 112, 116, or is this just more Al Heyman hanging now Barry Linderman and Steve Westfield over the side of the arena? Because at least Tim Cheatham got him, even though he's got a funny name for the word Cheatham. Tim, did you cheat him? No, I scored it right. All right. So apparently Steve and Barry were hung over the side of the building next to Danny Garcia, and the first conversation was with Danny, of course. You don't throw headshots. Please, Daddy, don't hit me again. And he went off and got ready for the fight, cleaned all the tears off, and got in there and did what he was supposed to do. Steve Westfield and Barry Linderman, on the other hand, believe the fight to be 112, 116. On what?
Damn, what the fuck?
Dude, that's so crazy. That's crazy.
I seen Danny land pop shots. I never seen Danny dominate any minute of any round in this fight. There was never a time where it was like, oh, here he comes, here, left, right, left. No, pop shot. Maybe he landed one count. Boom, a big left hook counter, and it was like, oh, all right, he got. Hey, that one weird moment where Spence's mouthpiece fell out and he wasn't even scared of Danny. He looks down and goes, oh, my mouthpiece is down here, you guys, hold on. No one even cared. Danny don't jump in and try to hit him. No. Oh, his mouthpiece fell out. Hey, timeout.
Do you realize that this fight was maybe a couple of point deductions for a DQ away from being literally a draw? Let's really do the math. At 116, 112. Let's just say that Errol Spence lost his mind, got frustrated, or he got hit.
Yeah. Flash knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Flash knockdown, right? 10-8 round. 10-8 round gets you a draw on 2 scores.
Or a trip. Like he gets tripped and the referee calls it a fucking knockdown or something. His glove touches the ground. Some shit like that.
Draw. Can you even wrap your brain around that from what we saw last night? I'm staring at these scorecards trying to picture a majority draw for that fight. Because we're two scorecards, same score. All you need is a 10-8 round. That's all you need, and you got a majority draw. Yeah,
I was watching this when I scored it myself as well, and I think it was one of those cases where, and I've been guilty of this myself, where it's one of those rounds where you compare it to other rounds. So it's like, okay, Danny isn't doing as bad in this round as he was in the other one, so I guess I'll give it to him. Like it's one of those kind of rounds, you know what I'm saying? Like
so
it isn't even so much
Danny
that Danny
generalship. So you're calling it Danny generalship, not Danny ring generalship.
Yes,
it's Danny generalship. So you gave him an extra point for Danny generalship.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was.
Okay, that's a new term. That is a new term for the show that might actually stick. That was Danny generalship in that fight. What did you see in the Yard fight? Danny generalship. What's that mean? Well, good. Yard fought a little bit better than he did in the last round, and for that reason, I gave him an extra point.
I told you, you've been seeing that in boxing for a while now. The curve has been changing more to, as long as the underdog isn't doing as bad, well, it must be a close fight. I kind of hate that. I kind of hate that.
But you understand how crazy it is that we're discussing a bell curve for boxing, right? Well, let's just take the 2 worst rounds for each fighter, throw them out, and score them only on 8 rounds of the 12-round fight. And therefore, the top 8 scores from either fighter will determine the outcome of the fight. What? What did you just say with a straight face? Yeah, we're going to throw out the 2 worst rounds and the 2 worst rounds from the other guy, and we're going to only score 8 rounds minus 4, or that would be 12. Wait, I need the calculator. If you take 8 and get rid of those, and that would equal $14 million. If you didn't get that joke, you haven't listened to the show long enough. please ask your friend who turned you on to the show why somebody just slammed their finger into an iPhone to do a joke about $14 million. I'm not going back and retreading old jokes. It's a new year coming up. It's a COVID year. Moving forward.
And did you guys catch the what is it? The punch stats? How it showed that Errol Spence threw 707 punches and Danny threw 700. Like, did anybody see Danny throw 700 fucking shots? Like, really? Spence only threw seven more? What the fuck?
In that fight, there were 1,400 punches.
Yeah. What the hell? Like, what counts as what the fuck kind of Olympic scoring shit is this?
I'm pretty sure, based on the fight that I was watching, I could be wrong. I'm pretty positive there weren't 1,400 arm movements, and that's including arm movement, and that's including the arm movement of Tom in the ring as well. I'm counting Tom's move, like in the ring with him saying fight, right? Ooh, Gordon Ryan. By the way, Gordon Ryan coming to a theater next year. You guys will check him out in the UFC next year. I think he's in one right now. Good for him. So what are we counting here? Like Tom saying fight, so his arm move will count that. Danny threw something that looked like a punch, so we're going to count that. Ooh, Charlo in the front row adjusted his mask that he's not wearing. We'll count that as a punch. There weren't 1,400 arm movements in this fight. In fact, my entire thought of this fight, when I wasn't staring at my particular stripper date for the fight, well, I was distracted at a couple of points. I was shocked. Did you guys think once I got out of jail that my life would go back to being normal? Wrong. What I was fascinated was they just looked so slow and lumbering until the second half of the fight. And then the last two rounds where Danny Garcia, if you look at two of those scorecards, was winning rounds. I thought Errol Spence looked great in the last three rounds. Like he finally figured out, he's not going to hit me in the mouth where all my fake stuff is. I can just go in now and just go for it. Like that was like the signal in the last three or four. That's after he took 2 rounds off. And by the way, he won the 2 rounds he took off on the scorecards, which makes less sense than the scorecards themselves. And for those of you wondering, is that true? Yes, round 9 and 10, he took off. Like he literally.
Hey, did anyone else think that Spence thought his fucking teeth fell out when he looked down at his mouthpiece?
Yes.
Hey, it's just the way he was totally in the fight, you guys, and he was like, "Hey, what the fuck just fell out of my mouth?"
It's my tooth, Eddie, my tooth.
Oh
my god! How did we watch this? All right, so
who do you want next? A couple of horses, chicken, a cow.
I mean, he could at least go with the canned speech of, I'll go back and talk to my team, and we'll review the fight footage.
Oh, what about, hey, wait a minute. Hey, Lee. I want to spend time with my family. Motherfucker, haven't you just spent the last 2 years with them?
Yeah, a year and a half, dude.
Year and a half. You ain't done shit. You ain't fought. You ain't sport. I'm real tired, I've been real busy. The hell? Oh, man.
Enjoy the holidays before I go back. Yeah, I saw a couple of fighters say that. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? It's COVID. It's COVID. You're not going
not only
anywhere.
That, Spence has been home. That boy was home. He's been with his family. He rethought his life. Remember that whole, when you almost die, you get to rethink life? He's had a year and a half of that. Don't you want to get back to your grind? Don't you want to get back and prove yourself in the boxing world? Don't you want to get back?
That's why we didn't see any footage from the gym, Andrew.
I want a horse.
He doesn't want to go back to the grind. Nobody wants to go back to the grind.
I want to farm. I want to be a farmer.
I want to be a farmer. I want to raise horses like Canelo.
I'm telling you, Al said, sit down. I can make you that if you just listen to me. Don't ever mention Crawford. Don't ever talk about him. I'll fucking cut you out of the contract to even fucking mention that man's name.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found the title of this show. Errol Spence is the black.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait. I got the title for the show. Errol Spence is the black Canelo. I just want to raise horses.
No, that's probably not a good title. No, I'm going to say No,
Hashtag Boxing Lives Matter is not going to go.
That's probably not going to fly.
All right. I'm going to get another one of those. Lee, we don't know who you hate this week, Lee. I hate all of them, to be perfectly honest. You know what? I'm actually happy for COVID. Do you want to know why I'm happy for COVID? I'm so far south in San Diego, and everything is so closed around me, in and around in downtown and everywhere that I moved down here to be. I know that nobody else is having fun either. And part of that makes me very, very happy. Knowing that people can't go out, people can't go on dates. You can't do anything. You can't do anything. You know why? Because I can't do anything. You're stuck with your kids.
Do you know that we might never even get to see him versus Charlo at 154 because they have the same fucking trainer? Yeah. They can't even give us that fight.
That's not going to happen.
They really can't. The PBC can't even give us that fight. And they own both sides.
Do you want me to do the full Tony Stark of what's going to happen here and be the futurist? Danny Garcia will fight somebody. So, yeah, exactly. Okay. His next fight will be against Broner or Amir Khan or something BS-y like that. Danny Garcia will fight two guys you've never heard of and then be put back into title contention to fight Sean Porter.
Again. Now, wait a minute. Danny has also been. I think Danny and Porter they're done. They've went through them all, man. They've had the round robin. I think.
I don't believe.
No, because remember,
Spence that hasn't gone through.
I think this is a sequel fight. You want my opinion? I think they're going to try to pull a sequel out of this with the whole. Hey, that fight was,
That's
really
where Al
like
Heyman.
a 50-50 fight.
He takes off the PBC cap, puts on the manager's cap, and still makes a buck off of their life. He says, "Hey, go ahead and go call ESPN now. We'll set that deal. I'm done with you. You've done all you had. You're great. PBC has used you already. Let's go call Crawford." Danny and Porter are both going to be in the run-ins for Crawford before Spence. Spence not going to do it. Dude, you guys, Spence fucking told us last night what he wants. And legacy is not in his future. It's not. It's all about after boxing. That's all of these guys. It's about after boxing. So Danny, he just wants the next music video for his sisters, the next boat trip around Philly. Like that's all these guys look for, man. That's all they look for. They're not looking for anything else. Danny will do whatever Al Heyman says as long as that fucking $2 million check clears for him and his family. And that's great.
I think it was 3 this time. I think.
Alexa, play 50 Cent.
Songs by 50 Cent on Amazon.
Thank you, Alexa.
You have an Alexa? Did you just bug your own
Alexa,
house?
turn it up.
But hey, Miguel, you think it's a coincidence that the elite of the division, all decisions? You really think that's a coincidence, bro?
I mean,
we couldn't get
there's always
one
a possibility.
KO.
Yeah, there's always a possibility of it being one, but I mean, even like one KO. Which KO was that? I don't even think there was one KO. Was there?
There wasn't one. I'm saying we couldn't get one.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, even the time that there was a knockdown with with fucking Porter and Spence and Thurman and Pacquiao, like we didn't get a finish.
And they even gave him a lightweight in Garcia. Still couldn't do it.
Yeah.
There you go. Now we got the right mood. Now we're PBCing.
Hey, it was a lot of money. Hey, Lee, what was the amount of money Al Heyman had when this all started? Wait, $900 million,
$700. Alexa, stop. I think he had 600 trillion. Alexa, how much money does Al Heyman currently have?
Lee, Miguel, do you know how this PBC thing started?
Vaguely. I remember reading about it when it first started coming out.
Yeah, Al Heyman.
Or something. Yeah.
No, Al Heyman struck a deal with some investment company, dude, and he got like look it up, $700 million in an account.
Into like CBS or Free TV or
something. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
They didn't need us. He didn't need pay-per-view. That was the money. And these guys
it's a Ponzi scam, for God's
motherfucking
sake.
12 fucking decisions. Go look it up. Look up all the right decision. Man, Ray Leonard, Duran, all of the greats, Chavez, all of them. Pacquiao, even Pacquiao got put down. No, not none of these guys. 12 rounds, baby. Pink, 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 pink.
Alexa, continue playing Candy.
They must
Crush.
be the best. They must be the best defensive fighters of all time.
Right, of all time. That's the most defensive staple of all time.
Full PBC, baby.
Hey, they were like, I think Danny's ready to go. No, he's not. Swear to God, it's gonna be 12 rounds. I don't know, man. He's taking a lot of beating. No, it's gonna go 12 rounds. Trust me.
Yeah, even with his eye swelling as it is, like he was still gonna go 12 rounds. There's no way this fight was gonna go for the 12 round.
Stop. Don't misbehave, Alexa. I will beat you. Alexa, you're a bitch.
Damn.
No, she just took it. She took it. Damn.
She just took it like a man. On the line, I'm joined by Alexa. Hey.
Oh, Clarissa, you never leave our side, do you?
No. I'm doing semi-nude. See my new photos?
She throwing kicks, semi-nude?
Semi-nude. I almost have a vagina. All right, moving forward, the story you've all been waiting for, and for those of you at the beginning of the show going,
I think her pictures are getting a lot better, though. She's doing good.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Don't make me pull up the female bodybuilders again.
Yeah. Oh, no. I didn't say all that. Jesus.
If you didn't watch the video from last week, please go to fight.net.radio and you can see what Lee's new fascination with female bodybuilders is all about. This just in on Sunday. Yep. I'm fighting Logan Paul. Joining us on the line is Bob Arum to read this story. Why? Because we couldn't figure out where to put Bob in this week. Bob, take it away. What? Bob, you're going to read the story. For Fight News. No, it's Fight Net Radio. What? Fight Soup? Yeah, Bob. Whatever. Just read the story on TMZ. TMZ! They're the ones who like that asshole from the UFC. See what I did there? TMZ, UFC. By the way, Maloney's still crying. That's a hell of a long flight. That's a callback joke for anybody wondering, and it was really good. I'm very proud of it. We told you it was close, and now it's official. Floyd Mayweather is fighting Logan Paul. Here's what you need to know. The exhibition bout will take place on February 20th, and it will be available on pay-per-view on Fanmio. Again, go to VIProw.me. Floyd is 43 years old and boasts a legendary 50-0 record with wins over Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, and Canelo Alvarez. Logan is 25 and 0-1 as a pro. 0-1 as a pro. Let's just say that again.
Floyd. That's just like
0-1 as a pro.
0-1. Good Lord. Is that even considered a pro?
By the way, I don't want to say this to anybody. My record in boxing as a quote-unquote pro, 0-1. Feel free to check it out at Sharedog. I think I can get into the ring with Logan. I just don't think I'm going to get $1 million for it. After losing a split decision fight to YouTube star KSI back in 2019. Floyd is 5'8" and last fought at 150 pounds. All right, kids.
Oh, sheesh. What weight is this going to actually happen at?
Who cares?
I mean, does it matter since it's going to be an exhibition?
Yeah, who cares? Come on. You know what? 0-1. Fight his brother. If you're gonna put on one of these stupid ass things, at least go after the guy that just got the big win heard around the world. He's just trying to make money off his last name, not off of who actually did the fighting. Mayweather
Is he
being
more famous than the other one? I mean, who's more famous?
Not right now. Not right now. That brother, that other brother, he went viral for 2 days straight. Mm-hmm. There was so many memes about that fucking knockout.
Oh my
Everybody.
God, the Rocky 4 with Apollo Creed video is the funniest crap I have ever seen in my life.
You can see the new NBA logo where it's like damn, they let him have it.
Yeah, so no, the brothers definitely pulled ahead. There's people even talking about him having a serious fighting career right now. What whatever. It's give them credit. They did it. It's working. Even I had a doubt that he was going to beat a pro athlete. Fucking knocks him out with 8 punches. Whatever. So he, more power to him. Did you see who called him out though? Antonio Tarver is asking to fight the Paul that just knocked out Nate Robinson.
Yeah, Jake Paul. Jake Paul.
Well,
Jake
here's
Paul.
the
There you
funny
go.
part about that. You know what? On paper it should be Antonio Tarver, but where's he been? Like seriously, he went
Making
to the
Rocky
heavyweight
movies.
division. He went to the heavyweight division. He became heavyweight champion for a minute, and then he literally disappeared. I assume
Tested positive for steroids.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. That's ultimately what kind of ended his career on TV, is because I want to say he tested positive for steroids. Could even have been two times. But even with that being said, he's a boxer. He's a professional fighter. This is what this is what I was talking about. You keep playing with fire, you're going to get burned. One of the big boys are going to come calling, and that is Antonio Tarver. If Antonio Tarver fights Jake Paul, that's a legit ass whooping coming his way. I don't give a fuck how old Antonio Tarver is. He's going to put hands on that man that has never seen anything like that in front of him. So, and all the sparring of all those guys on the video is not going to compare to what Antonio Tarver is going to bring if they were to put that fight together. That's why I told the kid, or somebody needs to tell him, keep calling it celebrity boxing. Right now the only thing you've done is fight a YouTuber, a fucking NBA athlete, and you're calling out 2 UFC guys. Keep it at that. Don't talk. I want Canelo. I'm the face of boxing. Don't start saying that shit.
Yeah, or
the
Conor for that matter. Jeez.
Yep, they're gonna come and light your ass up.
And all of you listening went, wow, they only talked about 3 stories and they carried the full hour. But wait, there's more, because we're not quite done yet. That's because next week we have more boxing to talk about. I turn now to Bob, who has a fight card. It's his final. This is the final fight card from the bubble this year. Bob, take it away. Thank you. Fight Soup Radio. Next Saturday, we have a tremendous fight card with Taka Khan. Taka Khan. Taka Khan. Taka Khan what? Taka Khan. Taka Khan. Shakur Stevenson, who is the next coming of the greatest junior lightweight of all time till the last junior lightweight that I put out. He's just amazing. Since Felix Verdejo before his accident, and he just became an undercard. Shakur Stevenson is just a tremendous, and don't sleep on Taka Khan. Taka Khan. Don't sleep on Taka Khan, because, he, she, it, whatever it is going to be in this fight. It's going to be a great fight. It took a lot of work to get Taka Khan actually ranked by the sanctioning bodies to make this a real fight. So trust me when I say this will be a tremendous 10-round exhibition fight with Taka Khan, he, she, or it. Also on that card, the return of tremendous Puerto Rican fighter, Felix Verdejo. Okay, well, he was tremendous, and then he had a motorcycle accident, blah, blah, blah. And, well, okay, he sucks. Basically, he sucks now. So I'm putting him in the ring with Masayosha Takanakanakani. Masashani Shana. I really can't say that. That's what we got for you. Sure, we got a lot of other stuff on the card. I mean, they're all tremendous talents. But I'm going to say it again. Maloney is still crying. I mean, what do you want me to say? I don't know if he made it back to Australia. I made him take a boat. I don't know how long that takes. Back to you, Jim. Thank you, Bob. You gave everybody their Bobness for the week. This Saturday we do have Shakur Stevenson. That's not what we're here to talk about, thank God, because I think it's safe to say that we know how both of these fights will turn out. What we're really going to talk about is the heavyweight championship of the world. And no, I don't do an English accent, nor am I going to start to. We're just going to have a talk about Anthony Joshua and Kubrat Pulev. If you don't remember Kubrat Pulev, feel free to go visit FightNet Radio on social media. Scroll down about midway, and you'll see our top video here on the left-hand side, where you will see Jenny Sushi Ravallo, who was trying to sue him at one point and was doing really good until 3.8 million views of FightNet Radio happened. Yeah, we like to single-handedly take credit for this whole moment. This chick desperately wanted to say that she was assaulted after a fight by Kubrat Pulev. There she is in a business suit without her tits out. It's really important not to have your tits out during a press conference. And then he had a press conference with Bob, and he came back to boxing. And then she had another press conference. So I did some more marketing because we were only at about 1.2 million views at that point. So I did some of my marketing magic, and then she got up to 3.8 million views, and she went away magically. I would imagine it's probably because this video might show up in court where the judge would go,
And you got to put it in there. That's Pulev's cornerman that she's actually writing there.
yes.
That's Pulev's friend.
Where she also whispered, "Don't videotape this." Yeah. She
Great.
I'm glad I could help that out. 3 million views. Hashtag. Yeah, God bless women who are like that. With that said, Kubrat Pulev is back. He's had a very long layoff, Andrew. A very long layoff. He's taking on Anthony Joshua. This is a chance for Bob to get the heavyweight championship of the world. What? Bob, you're going to England next week. No, I'm not. I'm having soup. I know you're going to watch Shakur and have soup, but what about Kubrat? I'm not going. There's the COVID-19. It's the 19th version of COVID. No, it's not the 19th version of COVID. Where'd you hear that? The president. I voted for him. Dwight D. Eisenhower, all the way in 2015. Way to go, Bob. You're right on time. All right. Kubrat Pulev takes on Anthony Joshua. I start with you, Miguel Antonio Barragan. Does Kubrat have a snowball's chance in hell of pulling off an upset over the now jabbing boxing machine known as Anthony Joshua as he reinvents himself into one of the Klitschko brothers?
Well, I mean, as far as heavyweights go, there's always a puncher's chance, right? So, I mean, one shot does it in the heavyweights. But Pulev's only loss was to one of the Klitschkos. So if fucking Anthony Joshua was going to do that exact same game plan of jabbing the living piss out of Pulev, then I would say no, Pulev has zero chance because he's going to get jabbed to death from the outside.
You can also throw in there, Miguel. He has one knockout in the last 3 years.
How old is he? If you
he looks like he's 50. He looks 50. They have him down as 39. I don't know if I believe that.
How old is Fury?
Who? Tyson?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's young. Tyson's 30, 29, something like that. Yeah.
How old was he when he fought Klitschko? Good Lord, how old does that make Klitschko? What's going on in the heavyweight division?
Klitschko's been gone for a while, Lee. I don't know where,
Really? Is he? Is he? When he comes back to fight one of the Paul brothers, you'll say that I was right.
He comes back to fight Tyson, maybe.
Why doesn't he? You want to see Mike Tyson versus Klitschko again? By the way, the only time Mike Tyson was ever humbled was when he fought Lennox Lewis.
There you go. I was like, what?
No, the Lennox Lewis fight is when he got the kiss on the cheek. I think Klitschko could do it too. Well, what do I know? Why are we doing this fight? I mean, is Kubrat Pulev the Danny Garcia of the stable? I mean, I get that Bob's serving him up on a platter, but does he really have a chance? I mean,
is he this could be a title defense. I don't know how, but it could be.
Yeah, it's one of them. I think the IBF mandatory.
There you go. Yeah,
last I remember. But I mean, how he got there again is another question.
He got there by defeating Rydell Booker.
Yeah, in Costa Mesa. I was there. And then he took a break because he sexually kissed a Senni Sushi Ravallo. And the
He
most
did beat Fury though. Huey Fury.
Oh, yeah, the
Huey
other
Fury. Huey
Mhm.
Fury. Yeah, that's not quite the same Fury. That's
Well, in the commercial,
it's a
they could
lesser
just
Fury.
put Fury up there. It wouldn't be a lie. I would have done that commercial.
Yeah, okay, that's almost as bad as what happened on the pay-per-view last night where they put up this stat, and I'm not even making this stat up. Danny Garcia is undefeated in Texas.
Oh yeah.
What?
They both are.
I
They put that bit up there.
actually looked at the screen and went, what?
That's the PBC, man. That's their
By
own
the
world.
way, I know this for a fact.
Hey,
I'm undefeated in at least 49 states.
can we say the seats that they gave Terrence Crawford shows the interest they have in that fight?
Oh.
I mean, why did they
I gotta
even
know
show
about
him on the
those seats.
broadcast?
I
Why
think
would they
he
even
had to
send
buy
the
'em.
camera to him?
I get the feeling he bought his own seats. Like he just came in as a spectator and they found him.
Oh.
And by the way, for the record, if you're wondering about Andrew and Miguel, they are undefeated in 50 states and every continent. Every continent in the world. These two
That's
guys.
pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna start running with that one.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
Put it on a
fucking
business
undefeated
card.
at Tracy. Never lost. Never lost. Whoop your ass.
Texas.
Play
You
around,
made me
you'll
feel
find
better
out.
too.
Maybe Al said that to him when he was hanging upside down. Listen, we're gonna say you're undefeated in Texas. Shut up. Go in there and take your beating.
I swear to God, if you throw one left hook to his chin,
Oh my God. He did, and he caught the mouthpiece. Like he spit out the mouthpiece, or I don't even know what happened. Like, oh well, I digress.
that was a weird moment. It was weird because you would think Spence would be a little bit nervous about just turning away from his opponent, but no, there he was, just pausing
there
the
was-
fight.
Just plain old normal, every day, like nothing happened.
Yeah,
There you guys go. Like the people I follow, I shouldn't
it.
follow the strippers I date. I shouldn't follow the strippers I date.
No, the other way
It's-
around.
you think I would
shouldn't
learn
date
something
the
about
strippers you follow?
No, I
That's
spent
another
the
one.
better part of
That's what
the day deleting photos of me with people that I've dated. I literally spent all morning deleting photos of people I've dated. And it took me hours on my social media. Hours. Literally hours of deleting photos. And yet I have learned nothing. If you're not paying attention, feel free to go watch the video Fight Net Radio. And you will see the 3-second clip of, what are you doing, Lee? Have you learned nothing? Have you learned nothing? And I can safely say I have learned nothing, except that Andrew still hates the PBC. I'm starting to agree with him. Miguel will watch anything that has fighting, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much. And I still think that all of it is hysterical. I just literally watching the fight with civilians is my favorite thing on the planet because they watch it with so much hope and anticipation that it's a real fight. Oh, it's the welterweight championship of the world. This should be really exciting. No, it really isn't. He's undefeated in Texas. No, he really isn't. He's not an elite level fighter. He was never an elite level fighter. He thought he had a following. He's from Philly, and I proved that his fight fans were all from India. Well, maybe his fight fans are all in India. No, he doesn't have fight fans in India. He bought his fan. Never mind.
If you noticed too, last night his two biggest wins they talked about, Matisse and Eric Morales were not under the PBC. Those are Golden Boy fights. Another sad moment of Danny Garcia's career.
Morales.
His biggest win, Lucas Matisse,
How old was
never
Eric
won a
Morales
world
at the
title.
time? 100.
Yes, and he had to rematch him because the first fight was very close, where Morales was actually mocking Danny at the end about how wide his punches were.
Yep. Oh yes.
No, Danny, you've really got 5 million followers. Those weren't bought for you at all by your girlfriend who was doing your social media account for you. You really have that many people following you on Instagram, buddy. Really, you do. You do. You do. All of Philadelphia is behind you, really. And
At least he stopped trying to design the Danny Garcia Swift
logo.
clothesline
Yeah,
You know who's taking that up though, and is going all the way with it is Tyson Fury. Has anyone noticed how many clothes Tyson Fury has dropped on the market this year?
no,
No, I didn't know he was making. No.
Oh man, they're Tyson Fury. You can buy Tyson Fury anything right now. He even has a suit with his face on it. A whole bunch of times. You can buy that if you want it.
clothing.
Yep, he has women clothing. It's all on his social media feed. His wife is a model for his clothes. These guys. I don't know. Maybe there's people out there that want it. I don't know.
I already want this one.
See?
I like that one. What else?
Yeah.
Oh, the one with fucking. Oh,
yeah,
wait,
yeah. They really went with that.
Wilder
They
was on
really.
canvas. That's a good one. I think I want that one.
I like that. What else? He's got a logo, Team Fury. We have Team Fury logo.
He's got a COVID mask. If you want a COVID mask that says Fury on it.
He has paintings on Etsy. Oh my God. How do I get this for behind me when I'm shooting video? Oh my gosh, this is much better than the artwork I have behind me currently. Could you imagine this behind me when I'm shooting video?
So yeah, so now it's the Tyson Fury clothing line
and paintings, Andrew. Oh, this is
nice. That's
actually pretty. Yeah, that was dope.
It's dope. Like you'd really hang that somewhere in your house.
I wouldn't, but it's nice. I mean,
for him, yeah.
I mean, I have pictures of myself up.
For him. Oh, is this a real shirt?
Yes, dude. I saw that.
Of course it is.
That one. That is great. Tell me that's not a killer ass shirt. I would totally cop that. Fuck yeah.
I don't know who came up with this on T Republic, but the Tyson Fury knockdown shirt. By the way, go check out the video at fightnet.netradio. Whatever.
Oh, they should have made like Wilder with the fucking Super Shredder outfit on and on the canvas.
That's pretty good. That's what I was thinking too, Miguel. Pretty good. We're in the same path there.
It's still strong. It's still very strong. What's on the back? What's on the back? Does it say? It's a really good logo. It's a really, really good logo. It's really, really strong. I like the fact that they put the watermark so I can't steal it and make it better. Smart of them. I'm going to have to hire somebody on Fiverr to make this t-shirt correctly and sell it correctly on our website.
Oh, shit.
With him yelling out, Bombsy Squad. I want a little air bubble that says Bomb Squad. And Fury yelling out, you tosser.
Your king will come back. Your king
you're
will
a
come
tosser, and he should be yelling Bombsy Squad, right? Isn't that?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm thinking. By the way, if you're not watching the video of our show, you guys are really missing out. So, wait, I need the highlighter pen for this. So just tell me if I'm on the right track, right? So we need a voice bubble here, right? Tosser.
Okay.
And this one is Bombsy Squad. Oh, that looks like a penis going in his mouth.
Oh, shit.
Which is equally as funny too, as well.
Yeah, you didn't do that on purpose.
I didn't do that on purpose at all. Hey, everybody, go to fight.net.radio on social media. Follow at FightFiendMigs on both YouTube and the Instagrams. And of course,
wait, Lee.
Yeah.
Lee. Tyson Jones, 1.2 million.
Yeah, I knew. Did we? I thought we talked about this last week.
No, and I wonder, where the fuck is Manny Pacquiao at? Manny Pacquiao.
He's senator and he's shooting people that take drugs. He's really busy right now. I follow him on social media. Let's see what he's up to, shall we?
There's people dying. There's people dying for entertainment. Tyson and Jones came with
literally
the exhibition fight.
Literally are. They're literally.
Yeah.
I follow him on social media where he thanks God every day and his wife. And if I were him and cheated on his wife,
she didn't leave him. Yeah.
She didn't leave him. He put up his Pacquiao Thurman fight. There's an old picture, right? Mobile Legends is coming soon, whatever that is. I am now entering a new arena. I am excited to announce this amazing opportunity. The newest brand, Ambassador. Watch the launch. Okay, I'm not Manny, but I'm sure it'll show up on your page.
Ambassador.
Right. Oh, there's the kids. There's the kids with the Manny Pacquiao.
With the Manny mask.
I want to know where you buy a Manny mask, because I would buy a Manny mask. That is just so great. I don't know what to say about it.
They're really killing, shooting themselves in the foot, not putting a pay-per-view on in this time. I think Manny would totally dominate the American buys if he was to put on a fight.
How great is this? He's on the carton of sardines. Way to go, Manny. Way to diversify. Tyson Fury's making clothes. Manny Pacquiao.
Yes. Look at his portfolio.
For
He's
sardines.
an ambassador. Good Lord.
He's a brand ambassador. He's speaking to kids. Are they wearing
makes
masks?
masks.
Did we socially? They kind of socially distanced.
Yes.
Kind of.
At least they got masks on, yeah.
That's not bad. But he is the brand ambassador for Unipack and sardines, which is phenomenal. They did have floods and storms. That was very bad. And he went out and met people with a film crew and a camera crew. Remarkable. Why do anything for free? Madame Tussauds Hong Kong is going to have a Manny Pacquiao interview. That's available on his website. And by the way, it's not in English, so I don't know why you'd watch it. It's really, unless of course you speak Tagalog. I don't know what the Philippines speak. I think it's
Tagalog.
Tagalog. There you go. I like Tunglan better. It's a funnier word.
Tagalog. All right, we'll take that.
Hey, look, it's Boo Boy with a chainsaw.
Oh, Boo
Where else
Boy.
can you get a photo of Boo Boy with a chainsaw? Manny Pacquiao's personal media page. Boy, this is real bonus content for the video people. All of that said, go to Fight Net Radio on social media, or you can go to our website, however you want to do it. Andrew, is there anything you'd like to add for this week?
Nope, that is it.
Miguel.
No, just hopefully everyone is continuing to stay safe, and we end the year on a good note.
Okay, with all of that said, Andrew, give me your best Larry Merchant about the PBC for the outro.
Oh, I already did. Come on now.
You can do it again.
No, Lee.
All right, I'll do it. You want me to
you do it. No,
I'll do it for you.
Go ahead.
Jim, in the history of boxing, there have been many promoters. Some good, some bad, some evil, to be perfectly honest. I myself stand in the middle and say that all promoters, excluding one, are evil. The evilest of the evil is a man named Al Heyman. A man I've never personally met, Jim. I've never met him. He continues to put on C+, C-, D+, D- fights, and continues an alleged Ponzi scam to bilk money out of multimillionaires and billionaires, pretending to put on fights on Fox and Showtime. It is my hope that someday a bus station
Fight Night Radio. FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Night!